And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bushnell Prairie City High School and TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. A couple minutes before the start of a JV contest between the BPC Spartans and the Rushville-Industry Rockets. This pregame show being brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. So the Rushville-Industry Rockets JV squad enters the tonight's contest with a 2-0 record. BPC enters with a 1-0 record after BPC downed the United Red Storm on Tuesday night by 13 points. You're able to watch that here on TSSR Game Time Live. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hewlett Public Pro LLC. Not only will you get to see all the Spartans sports, but you'll also see all West Prairie home games as well. So you get BPC and West Prairie home games. And you will also get some other sporadic special presentations like the Great Western Shootout. We'll have that all day long on Saturday, December 18th. 8 games throughout the day on Saturday, and they'll all be here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. And hey, Miles, zoom in on the meeting right now across the way, if you would. Is there at the 1 minute mark before the game, but they had not had the meeting with the captains and coaches. So they are doing the coaches meeting right now. Or the captains meeting. Little slow. Rushville-Industry got here a little bit later than normal. They're playing 8-minute quarters. They had 7 up initially, but they're going to play 8-minute quarters. Coach Steve Martin and squad is out there. With him is Nate Kramer, and it looks like also was out there was Caden Palm. The Rockets, as I said, come in with a 2-0 mark. They've played 2 JV games already. BPC has only played 1. Getting ready to jump things off. To jump for the Rushville Rockets will be number 23. That's Hunter Triplett. And I believe Caden Palm will jump for BPC. We'll wait and see. But it is Kramer, Kleindense, Palm, and the 2 Huffmans, Dalton and Lane, starting for BPC. Number 20, Seth Norton. Number 34 is Reed Freitag. Number 45 is Brady Downs. And on the far side is number 30, Jordan McGinnis, starting for the Rockets, and will be Rockets ball. That's Reed Freitag getting a 3 to start things off here in JV action. BPC with the basketball now as we're just underway in the first quarter. Huffman. Kramer with it now as he's going to go on the dribble, go to Huffman. A 1-2-2 extended zone here for Rushville-Industry to start things off. As the point of that is Jared McGinnis, and he comes all the way out to the 10-foot line to extend the zone. Down the corner it goes to Palm. Palm will put up the 3 left corner. It's off, no good. Dalton Huffman with the rebound. His shot up, off, no good. And a rebound goes to Triplett, and it's stolen away by Dalton Huffman, who saved it. Neither official quite in position to call it, but they finally did call it correctly, out of bounds to the Rockets. And the very deep purple jerseys, highlighted in a little bit of yellow, white numerals. BPC, of course, with their white jerseys. Down low it goes. A foul is going to be called on Kramer. Shooting 2 is going to be Bennett Freitag. 2 free throws coming for first foul for either team. Kramer's going to pick it up. First free throw was good. Second free throw good as well. Apparently they said that first basket was only now they've corrected it. going to say I thought it was a 3, but the scoreboard had it a 2. Palm with it near side against the 1-2-2 zone still. Kleindienst with it left wing. Palm looked at another 3, didn't take it. Kleindienst with it. Lane Huffman's going to drive, dump it to Dalton. Palm down to Kramer, into Dalton Huffman. His fadeaway is good. He had 24, I believe, in the last contest. Triplett with it down low, tipped away on the pass by Huffman. He's going to get it out to Nate Kramer. Kramer is going to go left-handed layup, is good. And it's 5-4. Good tenacious defense for Lane Huffman. Reed Freitag with it. Down low it goes, and another foul, just like the last one for Kramer. That'll be the team's second, and Bennett Freitag is going to take another pair of free throws. Those two, first one is good. He's made all 3. Tanner Pierce checking in for the Spartans. Second one's good as well. He's 4 of 4 from the free throw line here early in this one. 7-4, the lead for the Rockets now. Kleindienst has it to Pierce. Pierce comes up top to Palm, who had to come get it to keep Reed Freitag from stealing it. Palm with it now. Left side to Kleindienst. 5:03 remaining here in the first quarter. To Huffman, to Palm, to Pierce. Pierce will put up a 17-footer. It's partially blocked. It's short. Rebound to Reed Freitag, and he'll take it back the far side. Nobody cuts the sideline off, and he's going to run into, and Palm was there, folks. There's no doubt about it, but you can't turn sideways and expect to get the foul call. Reed Freitag now will shoot 2. Team third foul. First free throw's off, no good. That's the first of 5 that they've shot that they've missed. The other 4 straight came from Bennett Freitag. Second one for Reed is good. And thrown away off of Kleindienst. Rocket basketball, 4:40 remaining. 8-4 is the score. Checking in for the Spartans, and they'd already put the ball in. Now a shot heaved up by Reed Freitag. I think he might have been fouled, but there was no call. Dalton Huffman has it up top to Lane Huffman for 3. It's off, no good. Double hit the rim. Outletted it goes now to Reed Freitag. He's going to get an easy layup, and it's good. Give him 6 points on the night. Pierce skips it across to Palm, out to Lane Huffman on the dribble now. Right side it goes to Kleindienst, into Dalton Huffman. He's going to be fouled from behind. Fouls on number 30, Jordan McGinnis. His first, team's first. At the free throw line to shoot 2 for BPC is number 24, Dalton Huffman. He's got 2 points on the night. First free throw is off, no good. It's 10-4, 3:50 to go. Now finally checking in is Gavin Pendle, number 15. He'll replace Kleindienst. Second free throw by Huffman, bounces around, falls off. It's going to be picked up by Norton. That's the first time we've called his name since called the starting lineups. And then a nice inlet pass from Reed to Bennett of the Freitag varieties. He'll get an easy bucket, and we'll take a timeout to BPC. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 12-4 is the score. Rockets with the lead over BPC early in this one. Still a lot of time left. 3:41 to go in quarter number 1. Tanner Pierce is going to inbound it to Lane Huffman after the Spartans' timeout. It is still the only one that's not a starter on the floor is Pierce. Everybody else still starters. Well, Gavin Pendle, I guess, is not a starter either. So there's 2 non-starters. Everybody else, the other 3, have all played the entire first quarter. 3 on the way by Palm is long. The air ball picked up off the far side by Reef Freitag. He takes it back, and he gets called for the travel. He picked it up to go one spot, realized he couldn't do it, tried to go another, and by the time he found another place to go, it was too late. .3:15 left in the first quarter. Palm with it into Huffman, out top to Lane Huffman. Pierce with it. Might have just traveled, but they didn't call it. Palm for 3, left side this time. It's off, no good. Bennett Freitag outlets it to McGinnis, I believe. It's blocked, but there for Triplett for the follow. And it's 14-4. Lane Huffman with it. Dalton Huffman, left side. Now to Gavin Pimble. Lane Huffman now. Still in that 1-2-2, and they extend that thing big time. It'll be a timeout. They're going to take a 30-second timeout. Will BPC, but it'll be extended to a full timeout because of the mask break. So we will take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. 14-4 is the score. The Rockets lead BPC here with 2:20 to go in quarter number 1, as I said. The Spartans have used 2 of their timeouts. Both 30-second timeouts are gone now. Trying to get it inbounds. Finally, they do to Palm. Now as they went to man-to-man. Nope, now it's back 1-2-2. Dalton Huffman with it down low. Brings it back out. Pierce. Pierce goes back to the corner. Now to Huffman up top to Pimble. 2:05. Lane Huffman with it. Pimble, left side now to Palm. Now it goes free throw line to Huffman. Now to Lane Huffman, right side, and jump balls. It got caught in the rim, so it'll be a jump ball. Ephraim Vuwa in the game now for the Rockets. Coming inbound to Palm. 3 on the way by Palm is off, no good. Vuwa with the rebound. Tipped away by Huffman out of bounds, possession to the Rockets. 1:43 remaining in the first quarter. 14-4 is the score. Into the game is number 33, Jason Klitz as well. Reed Freitag is going to be driving to the basket. The foul is going to be called on the floor. Fouls on number 15, Gavin Pimble, his first, team's fourth. Is on the floor. Reed Freitag to inbound. Vuwald wide open. I think Pierce might have touched that. He did. So it's going to be Rockets basketball with 1:31 remaining in the first quarter. Tipped away by Huffman again. Gets the steal. Transition defense much better right now for the Rockets than it is for BPC. They've been beat back down the floor several times, have BPC. Now Pierce blocked by Triplett. Out to Huffman. Lane with it at the 10-foot line. 1:13 remaining. Now his pass is tipped out of bounds by Reed Freitag. Bennett Freitag going to check back in. Checking in for the first time for BPC. Number 3, Brock Beekman. Beekman, he's going to replace Pimble. Beekman with it to Helene Huffman. Right side to Palm. Palm with it. Lane Huffman into Dalton Huffman. Beekman, Palm, into Huffman. His shot is up and good. Huffman gets his 4th point. Reed Freitag to Bennett Freitag now. He's going to dump it out to Klitz. Klitz for 3 is off, no good. Bennett Freitag going to call 3-second violation on Vuwa. And a sub checking in is number 44, Brady Downs. And number 20, Scott Norton checking back in. Vuwa sits down, as does Reed Freitag. 14-6, 32 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Tanner Pierce with it. Has it tipped away. McGinnis was tracking it down, couldn't do it. 18 seconds. Palm with it now. Dalton Huffman had the inlet from Palm. He's going to be fouled by number 44, Brady Downs, his first. It's only the team's 2nd foul of the half thus far for the Rockets. Palm with it, 12 seconds. Beekman. Huffman for 3. It's off. Oh, he banked it in. It was so far off, it was good. Now a 3 on the way by Bennett Freitag is off, no good, and that's how we'll end the first quarter. It is 14-9. The Rockets lead BPC. Make sure I have the scores correct, and I do. So miracles do happen. We'll move this to the second quarter action. As the Rocket cheerleaders are on the floor. We will tell you this game being brought to you by Bushnell Banking Center. Bushnell Banking Center, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all your banking needs. Come visit a bank of friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. And Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.m&bfurnitureinc.com. You can also call them at 309-772-2111. Rockets start with the basketball. Norton has it. Man, that thing is just getting bounced around like a hot potato. Bennett Freitag got hit in the nose as he went through there, I believe. And having a hard time keeping things straight as he walks down the floor. It's actually still Rushville basketball. Triplett going to check back in. Number 23, Hunter Triplett. On the floor for the Rockets is number 44, Brady Downs. Number 20, Scott Norton. So he gets the ball inbounded. Triplett is there. Going to lose it and bounce it around, throw it around, throw it around. Goes out of bounds. Possession to BPC. Not quite sure how that worked. I didn't think it hit anything. But also out there is number 33, Jason Klitz, and number 30, Jordan McGinnis. It's Lane Huffman for BPC, Brock Beekman, Tanner Pierce, Dalton Huffman, and Pierce's pass is taken away. And then taken away, back away by Beekman, who comes back out to Lane Huffman with it. Over to Beekman. Beekman will take that three. It's long, and he banked it in as well. Boys, I don't care what you say. You'll never get me to believe you're doing that on purpose. It's 14-12. It's going to stay with the Rockets. Checking back in, Bennett Freitag checking back in for the Rushville-Industry Rockets. 2 threes in this game for the Spartans, and both of them have been banked in. One by Lane Huffman and one by Brock Beekman. Oh, nice cut without the basketball. McGinnis on a look from Norton. That'll stop the bleeding a little bit for the Rockets. They had given up, until that point, 8 straight points. So it was an 8-0 run. Making an 8-2 run now. Palm looks at the three, doesn't take it. Beekman with it. And to Dalton Huffman. Out to Lane Huffman. Back in Dalton. Dalton's going to turn around jumpers off, no good. Rebound to Bennett Freitag. And he's going to outlet it to McGinnis. And McGinnis is going to put up the jumper. It's short, and it's going to go off of Hunter Triplett out of bounds. Tanner Kleinden's going to check back in for BPC. And Reed Freitag second back in for the Rockets. 6:22 to go in the first half. It's 16-12. If you're watching tonight, let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to see who's watching, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, and that goes for both BPC and the Rushville-Industry Rockets folks. Now a nice cut and pass from Huffman to Tanner Kleindance, who can't finish. Called it out of bounds. I don't know what they called, actually, to be honest with you. Rushville basketball, that's all I can tell you for sure. Bennett Freitag leans in, and Pierce is going to get called for the block, I believe. See who they called on. It is going to be on Pierce, his first. Team's 5th. Old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming for Bennett Freitag. It's good. He is 5 for 5 from the free throw line. (19-12) is the score. Hit the scoreboard right, folks. Sorry about that. Into Tanner Kleindance, who can't finish. Dalton Huffman gets the rebound, and Triplett's going to get called for the foul. His first, team's 3rd. BPC to inbound again with 5:31 remaining in the first half. Palm for 3, left corner. It's in and out and no good. Pierce had the rebound. It's ripped away by Bennett Freitag. And he's going to be mugged by Beekman. And Beekman will pick up the foul. His first. They've been letting him play like that a lot. I can't blame Beekman for getting physical out there. Until that point, they hadn't called one of those fouls. So you might as well lean on him until you know. Got to know how far to push it before you have to come back. Now, a nice inlet pass to Triplett. A timeout is called by Rushville-Industry. It'll be their first. Rushville basketball. Now the scoreboard's got BPC with 4 timeouts. They called that timeout to stop the clock, I thought, earlier, unless it was they said there was a dead ball for some reason, which we'll have to check on that as the game goes along. Game being brought to you by Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been serving the local community's needs for personal and business banking as well as home and agricultural lending. Stop by the main branch at 44 East Main Street or the driving facility on Cole Street in Bushnell to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. And Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking, they can take your product down the road near or far and also offer top-notch heavy-duty truck repair and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow, and into Triplet it goes, and he'll get a bucket. Hits 4th point. Continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City or call them at 309-775-3333. Palm with it. Looks into Huffman, stolen away, but then gathered back up by Palm. Up top it comes to Beekman, left side to Tanner Kleindenz. He'll put up the 3. It's short off the front of the rim. Bennett with the rebound, and he's going to outlet it to McGinnis, and he's going to get the bucket. And it's, again, nobody back in transition defense for BPC at all here, and it's 23-12. It was 14-12, so a 9-0 run after BPC went on an 8-0 run. Now an air ball rebounded by Dalton Huffman is going to stop that run, and Dalton Huffman is going to get his 6th point. Reed Freitag trying to get to Bennett, loses it off his feet. Brock Beekman looking ahead a little too hard and a little too high for Dalton Huffman. Lane Huffman checking in, replacing Tanner Pierce. 4:05 remaining in the first half. It's Ephraim Vua checking back in for the Rockets. Now a pass from Norton is going to be stolen by Tanner Kleindenz, and he's going to lose it out of bounds. It'll be a timeout on the floor. It is the CB timeout, the COVID break. We'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more, I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 3:57 left in quarter number 2. It's 23-14. It was 14-4. BPC went on an 8-0 run to make it 14-12. Rushville-Industry went on a 9-0 run to make it 23-12. BPC broke that with a bucket by Dalton Huffman just before the COVID break. And we'll see if BPC can go back on a roll as well. And it's going to go off of, yes, Beekman knocked it off of the hands of number 33, Jason Klitz, and it goes out of bounds, possession to BPC. 3:50 remaining in the first half. Kleindenz with it. Huffman, he's going to drive, picks up his dribble, comes to Beekman. Beekman to Palm. Tanner Kleindenz and Huffman down on the blocks now for BPC. Lane Huffman gives it to Dalton Huffman. He goes around Vua. His runner is off, no good, short. Tipped around. Triplet finally comes down with it. And it's going to go back the other way. Reed, Freitag with it. Now he's going to be blocked from behind by Palm. Tips around and picked up by Dalton Huffman to Lane Huffman. And he traveled. How that wasn't a travel, I'm not real sure, but he missed the shot anyway. And Triplet gets another rebound, and it goes to Norton and goes back the other way. Freitag with it now. Reed shots off, no good. Huffman to Kleindense. Lane Huffman on the dribble, 2:47 remaining. Palm with it now. Beekman. Palm, 2:34. Down to Tanner Kleindense. Goes up over Triplett, and his shot is good. A great take by Kleindense. He gets his first 2 of the night. 23-16 now. Klitz with it. He's going to give it to Norton. Norton has it stripped away by Lane Huffman, who takes it back the other direction, but good transition defense. Takes any chance of a fast breakaway. There's a shot, was partially blocked from behind by Huffman. He missed it. Kleindense now, oh, what a pass to Dalton Huffman from Kleindense. Huffman gets his 8th point. Timeout charge to Rushville-Industry. It's 23-18. We'll keep it here. This game being brought to you by McDonough District Hospital's athletic trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center. With locations in Bushnell and Macomb, they provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. 1:53 remaining here in the first half of the JV contest between Rushville-Industry and BPC. Bennett Freitag back on the court for the Rockets. And McGinnis back in as well. Nate Kramer checking back in with 2 fouls for BPC. Beekman remains on the floor as the only non-starter as Kleindense took a seat after making a bucket and a nice pass. Reed Freitag throws one up. Bennett Freitag gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled. Dalton Huffman's going to pick up the foul. That's Dalton Huffman's first. 2 free throws coming for Bennett Freitag. He's 5 for 5 currently, making him 6 for 6. He is on fire here tonight from the free throw line. 6 for 6 on the night, make him 7 for 7. And it's 25-18. Lane Huffman gets the crossed half court with 1:30 remaining. He's going to try and drive down to give it to Kramer, actually. Kramer, who sat much of this half with 2 fouls. Dalton Huffman with the jumper is good. Give him 10 and a half. Reed Freitag with it now. Going to lose it. Beekman's going to pick it up, and he's going to get called for the double dribble as he tried to pass it. Coach Martin saying it got tipped, which it very well could have, but the referee didn't see it, so we're at the 105 mark, and I think the Rockets going to take as much time as they can or want to here. Bennett Freitag with it. Oh, Reed Freitag was wide open, and the pass got away from Bennett. Out of bounds, possession to BPC. It's a 5-point game, 25-20, and the Spartans with a chance to get it down to a 1-possession game here. Dalton Huffman's going to get it into Brock Beekman as McGinnis takes that 1-2-2 top all the way down to the other baseline that time. Nate Kramer with it, 45 seconds remaining. He's going to drive, put up the shot. It's no good. Well off the mark as Triplett put a hand up in front of his face. Lane Huffman with it. Right side to Nate Kramer, 35 seconds. Huffman right elbow. Dalton off, no good. 30 seconds. And again, BPC is not getting back in transition. Huffman got and then Dalton Huffman's going to pick up a foul. Lane Huffman trailing the play, put his hands up and it hit him. Dalton Huffman's going to pick up his 2nd foul. 1 in bonus coming for Hunter Triplett for the Rockets. Front end of the 1-and-1 is off, no good. Nate Kramer with the rebound for BPC. 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. 25-20. the score. Palm with it, 10 seconds. They're going to have to do something. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5. Beekman, 3. 3 on the way. Off, no good. Huffman had got the rebound. He's going to throw it back up and counts. They're going to talk about it or not. The basket is good. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think that was even close, but it was a bucket by Dalton Huffman. Makes it a 25-22 game. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live with second half action and some first half analysis right after that. Word from MDH.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver. Time Maximizer. Game Changer. I like those names.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School, and so I was going to have some analysis of the first half. I'll have some stats, but maybe more importantly, I got Shelby Burgert sitting here beside me with the headset on. Rushville Times, right?
That would be correct.
Up here covering the game, and JV basketball doesn't get a whole lot of airtime in years past, but the way things work today, we do the JV and the varsity games, and that JV game has kind of been a game of runs, it seems like. Yeah,
Rushville did a nice job early getting out on the break and and converting those, and trying to get the ball inside the triplet and free tag, who both have some size, and Bushnell was kind of adjusted to that, and and the last basket at the half was good, I thought. I didn't think there was really much question. But
I didn't think there was any question either, but the one official waved it off, and the other one said, no. We
these young officials got to learn, so, I don't think you can really quarrel about that. But
No, I agree. It was 14-4 at one point. BPC went on an 8-0 run to make it 14-12. And then Rushville answered with a 9-0 run to make it 23-12. And then it's went a little less of a run, but BPC's on a 10-3 run or 10-2 run since then.
Well, I think, the old saying is basketball is a game of runs, and you just got to try to survive and limit the damage of what your opponent does while trying to, make some hay when you have a chance. So
it's nice when you can make the first run, right?
Yeah, it's never a bad thing to play from ahead, I don't think. But, Rushville literally come off the bus. I didn't know if he was going to get here in time or what was going on there. The old bus driver, Paul, over there, I was going to razz him and ask him if he got lost. He's only been driving a bus probably for about 50 years. But they're here, and, high school basketball here. God, have we missed this.
I know. It's awesome to have the crowd back, isn't it?
It is. It's been great, to hear tonight that, one of the churches here in town or whatever, is paid for everybody's admission tonight, so it's basically free.
Oh, hadn't heard that.
And that's what the young lady taking tickets told me. I'm not sure. She didn't say which church, but she said supposedly that she says, well, it's free for everybody tonight. So,
well, that's even better. That's the kind of thing that gets a lot of people in the stands if you publicize it.
Yeah, spend more money on popcorn that way.
That's right. How cool is it? You're old school like me, so you remember probably when the popcorn was in the gym here, right?
I do. Yep.
Kind of cool to have the popcorn maker back in here, so it smells like popcorn in the gym.
Yeah, just a couple home games Rushville have had boys and girls. They've had they're building that new Performing Arts Center down at the high school at Rushville. So they had to close off part of basically on that east side, and that included up in where the band sat. So now the band's in the bleachers there between games, the pep band, and, then you get the smell of the popcorn and stuff, and it just feels like basketball. I mean, it's just, after everything we've been through the past couple of years, it just feels good. Basketball feels good. And, it's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun down at Rushville. It's starting my third year down there, starting year 30 overall.
It's hell to get old, isn't it, Shel?
Well, it happens to all of us,
If we're lucky, I guess.
Yeah, it's some of the roads I've been through, I guess I'm pretty fortunate to still be here. So it's a lot of fun. It's a Rocket team. It's kind of going through some transition. They had a lot of size the last couple of years, and this year at the varsity level, not so much. So Coach Watson's kind of trying to make some adjustments kind of on the fly on that. And a lot of these kids played in the spring season or whatever you want to call it, but I mean, playing the regular season at the regular time, I think we both know that's kind of a whole different, ball of yarn.
Well, it was great that the kids got to play 14 games or 10 games or whatever they ended up getting to play. That season they weren't prepared for it. They didn't get to prepare for it, and they didn't get near as much practice in between games. So yes, they played and they were together as a team, but I would think, and most of the coaches, I mean, they were happy they got to play, but the growth that you would normally get from a season was nowhere near what they got from that one.
Well, and I mean, let's face it, starting in January, everything was rushed. You went straight from basketball into football or whatever, and then straight into that to the spring seasons. And, I mean, everything was just bam, 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 bam. And just, I mean.
Everything was overlapping. The next season's practices were overlapping at the end of the previous season's practices.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, it was what it was, I guess. I guess we made it through. It's been nice to have things closer to quote-unquote normal this year.
Yeah, that's for sure. You mentioned the pep band. Bushnell's pep band is here again tonight. So it's always that just gives, I think that's like the feel of basketball, isn't it? That's the thing that gives basketball its feel, is a gymnasium with a pep band in it.
Oh, absolutely. Like you say, we are old school. We've done a lot of games at the hangar in Macomb with the pep band, a lot of games here.
Yes.
With the pep band here through the years, and it's just, to me, there's nothing like, for high school basketball, full stands, pep band, the smell of popcorn wafting through the air.
I'll tell you what, it's sad that they've lost that balcony to play, because that gym at Rushville with the balcony and the pep band playing out of the balcony is freaking cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I always wanted to get up there and take pictures, but I never summoned up the courage to go do that. But it's going to be nice there. They're building a new performing arts center there. That I don't know if anybody's been down that way recently, but it's quite the structure, and it's all it was all donated. It's not costing the school anything, so that's really nice. I mean, you do everything for athletic facilities. It's good to see something else done in another vein for band, drama, whatever. So that's always a good thing.
They've always had a pretty good band and a pretty good drama club, I think, and stuff down there, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. A long time, Jody Worthington, who's who she went to school with some of my siblings there at Astoria. So it's like, she did a good job with them for a long time. I think she still helps a little bit. Doug Claudius is there now, and he does a good job with the high school band. And, they played down at Busch Stadium before a Cub Cardinal game this summer and got that opportunity to do that, which is, really neat, really cool for a band to get to do something like that, especially Cub Cardinal with Busch.
Right.
So yeah, well, a lot of good things. A lot of these kids getting opportunities to do some things, and anytime kids get that chance to do that, that's, I think we both know we're all for kids.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what the best part of all this is. The kids get to do something and get to talk and play, and hopefully the parents can keep their noggins on straight, and the kids can enjoy themselves a little bit.
Well, and part of this too is what you guys are doing, what you're doing, and everybody that helps you on TSSR, to have the opportunity for people that may not get a chance to be able to go to games, to be able to stream these, so grandpa and grandma or whatever, if they can't get out, or whoever it is, to watch the game or even go back and watch it later.
Palm for 3 to open the second half. He didn't score in the first half, Shelby, and he missed some threes badly, and we're tied at 25. And back the other way, Kleindense with a layup and a bucket, and the BPC has its first lead of the game. I don't know what Coach Martin said to him at halftime, but it worked. Reed Freytag with it, missed it, an air ball, and then Kleindense took it out, and now it's going to be a pass down to Reed Freytag. It's going to go out of bounds by McGinnis. So,
yeah. Of course, I remember Coach Martin from his playing days, and it's like,
yeah, he was in the same class as my brother, so I remember from his playing days too.
Right.
He wasn't a bad ball player.
No, he was not. And it's always good to see local people kind of quote unquote hang around and coach the next generation and work with the kids. It's always a good thing.
Jump ball possession to Rushville-Industry. It started off really good for BPC. They got a 2-point lead now, but both teams suddenly having a case of the Butterfingers a little bit.
Yeah. For the Rockets out there, I mean, most of these kids are freshmen. Triplet's a sophomore, and Norton's a sophomore, and Vua's a sophomore. But other than that, most of them pretty much are freshmen out there. So
it's getting pretty rough down there between Dalton, Huffman, and Triplet. And Huffman's going to pick up his third foul. That's not something that's good for BPC. First foul of the second half goes to Dalton Huffman, and he cannot afford a fourth one. Triplet turnaround, puts a shoulder into Huffman, ties it at 27.
Yeah, obviously Triplet's got some height there, and obviously the big thing he's got to work on is his strength and get more physically strong, to be able to handle the bouncing around on the inside game.
Kramer with it now, 6 minutes left. Kleindense is going to run and get the runner to go. And a mask is lost by Bennett Freytag. As Klitz is going to come in, replacing Norton. And Freytag, I think, thought he was going to have to come out because the mask came off. He looked all dejected that he might have to come out of the game, but he didn't have to. McGinnis is going to give it back. Oh.
I think that might have been a walk.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Kramer just hugged him down at the other end. This one is quickly getting away. Yeah, and Bennett Freytag. That's exactly what their coach just told Freytag, too. Freytag said, I got mugged down there. And he goes, that's okay. You traveled at the other end. So a little bit of stuff getting missed here, but it's fresh, soft basketball.
Maybe we ought to break out some football pads. Maybe get Coach Lafferty and Coach Rodis here and maybe do some football.
McGinnis's layup is good, and transition defense has killed BPC, or I should say a lack thereof.
Yeah, Rushville did a good job early at, Rushville-Industry, I should say. I don't want to forget my industry peeps, but the Rockets did a good job, especially early in the game, releasing somebody and getting down the floor to where they could, get those easy baskets.
Yeah, BPC has not released anybody defensively to get back in transition at all. Now, Palm's pass nearly stolen away. Huffman with the bucket, and we're tied at 29 now, or 31-29, excuse me. I forgot about Kleindense's bucket. Huffman, game high 14 now. Reed Freytag's runner is good. And now we're knotted at 31. Reed's going to be a pretty good ball player, isn't he?
Yes, he is, and, hopefully they stick around. Their dad's a superintendent down there at Scholar Industries, so. And, of course, his dad was a Rushville native, so went to school there at Rushville. So
Bennett Freetag's going to get fouled. See who that's on. Tanner Kleindienst gets the foul, his first, team second. Bennett Freetag, who was not real quick to get up off the floor there, going to shoot 2. He's 7 of 7, make it 8 of 8. BPC was 1 of 2 or 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Freetag himself was 7 of 7 from the free throw line in the first half.
You know, those free throws, you got to take your chance, and take a chance and make those opportunities. I watched South Fulton Rushville girls the other night at Table Grove, and the Atkins girl from South Fulton was 12 of 12 from the free throw line. So, that's something you see very rarely nowadays, unfortunately.
And a 3 on the way, and man, there's a lot of hacking going on out there right now. Both sides. It's not a one-sided hack fest.
Yeah.
It's both ways.
I guess it's the phrase letting them play.
Yeah, it's something like that. Huffman's jumper's off no good. Vua and Huffman tie it up, and it'll be BPC basketball on the jump ball. 33-31, Rockets with the lead. BPC has led by as many as 4 here in the second half. Dalton Huffman's going to try the 3. It's short. Vua with the rebound. He's going to out Reed Freitag, and that's going to be, man, you can.
That's a nice shot.
That was a nice shot, but if he continues to press that and gets that contact from Huffman, that's 4 fouls on Dalton Huffman.
Yeah, that was a nice move. He stayed under control and went up strong with the ball. And
now Tanner Kleindienst is, and then Triplett throws Kleindienst to the ground. And Kleindienst did foul him. There's no doubt about that. But the follow-through may not have been the most needed thing in the world, which is what happens when these games start to get a little out of hand.
And you get a little chippy. You start thinking WWE, AEW. Insert the name of your favorite wrestling organization in the blank, So
I like to call this the CB timeout. It's the COVID break. We're taking the COVID break right now. This game being brought to you by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2021. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. Also, Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief. Weekly edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, and, of course, Macomb.
Don't you have all them memorized by now? You still got to read them?
Well, I have them memorized.
Or is it a deal where you just, it's kind of like Linus and security blanket?
Yes,
you got it just in case.
Well, I read them because I have, squirrel syndrome. So I'll start talking and I'll see something. If I'm not actually reading it, I'll just stray off on something else. That happened to me earlier on one, actually, and I was reading it too.
Oh.
So you know how it is.
Yeah.
You've known me long enough. Bennett Freitag with the bucket.
Good follow there. Both teams have kind of had issues at times as far as rebounding and blocking off. There's been, both teams have had plenty of opportunities for offensive putbacks.
Kramer. And then again, McGinnis is blocked by Lane Huffman, and Lane Huffman just sheer speed got – McGinnis had him beat, but Lane Huffman's closing speed – I sound like I'm talking about football now – got down there and knocked it away.
Yeah, well, that pass kind of slowed him down a little bit. And
Palm with it. Long 2, off no good. Man, they just mugged Norton, who's still going to outlet it to McGinnis. And a timeout on the floor, charged to BPC. They must not have given the timeout to BPC earlier, so they've got 3 left. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining. We'll take a short break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 39-31. It was 31-27, I think, or 29 at the least. And so it's a 10-0 run for the Rockets.
Well, there again, transition games made a big difference there. Rushville's getting the defensive rebounds, and then they're releasing somebody, and
And BPC is not responding with it.
Right.
They've been doing it the whole game, and BPC, nobody on BPC is getting back.
They haven't been consistent in responding. I mean, you saw a little bit ago with the block shot, but
but Huffman got beat, but was fast enough to recover. It wasn't because he was back. There's a little bit of difference there.
Yeah, sure.
Pimble's back in the game for BPC. Caden Palm for three. Stops the proverbial bleeding for BPC. His second three of the third quarter. 2:25 to go. Our runner is off, no good. Ball is rebounded by Dalton Huffman, who nearly threw it away to McGinnis. Lane Huffman's going to go to Palm. Palm wanted the three from the opposite side. He's going to give it to Huffman instead. Huffman's turnaround jumper is short. And Coach Martin just waved his arms.
Yeah, Triplett got lucky there because he definitely swallowed. That could have been a foul very easily.
And now a pass across Triplett. And Triplett gave Huffman a little shove there as Huffman got the steal. And I don't think he did it because he was mad at Huffman. He just did it because he's frustrated he didn't flat catch the ball. This 1-2-2 is pretty good for Rushville-Industry too. Very good zone. They flow very well. Now skip pass across to Beekman, who barely could get up to it on the dribble. Looked into Huffman. He's going to bring it back out to Lane Huffman now. 1:32 remaining. Now Palm's going to try another three. It's off, no good. And it's going to go off of Reed Freitag down there. And it'll be BPC basketball. They trail by 5, 39-34. Huffman was open there for a second. Now he gets it to Beekman. Pimble up top. He looks at the three, doesn't take it. Palm into Huffman. Out to Lane Huffman. He'll put up the three. It's short. You ever seen so many banked-in three-pointers as BPC had in the first half?
I was kind of thinking about that. I was wondering, if a bank somewhere was open late today or not with all those bank shots.
I said I like these kids, but both of those guys cannot tell me they meant to do that and me believe them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I, too, would be rather skeptical.
Whoa, Palm airmailed that one way over the top of Lane Huffman's head. Tanner Pierce going to check in, as is number 44, Brady Downs. 49.9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's 39-34. 3 fouls in this quarter for BPC, 1 for the Rockets. Triplett turnaround jumpers off, no good. Pierce with the rebound. Beekman outletted to Huffman. Lane brings it up the floor now for the Spartans. And Pierce was wide open for a split second, but nobody could see him. Beekman nearly drugged that back foot. Dalton Huffman back out to Lane Huffman for three. That one's long, no good. Triplett loses it. Huffman to Huffman, and the basket is good. Nice little wraparound pass.
Yeah, see there again, Triplett's strength there. I mean, he's going to get better. He's going to get stronger. He's only a sophomore. But, sometimes that happens. You just get somebody that's a little stronger, take the ball away if you're not necessarily.
Lane Huffman now is going to run out of time as he didn't have a chance to get a shot up. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it's 39-36. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a few minutes.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local country financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. BPC Spartan cheerleaders on the floor. We catch the end of that. Miles is going to be in trouble because the cheerleaders told him they don't get enough airtime during these games.
Yeah, I hear it from the Rocket cheerleaders that, I don't get their pictures in the paper enough and those sort of things. It never ends, but it's okay. They're good kids.
Just be like me and tell them they're lucky they get any. That's probably not a good answer for them, though, is it?
I can be a little nicer.
Are you saying you're nicer than me?
Well, I don't know if I'd go quite that far.
It'd probably be legitimate if you did.
I think we both each other long enough know how we are. So,
which is why I think it'd be legitimate if you said you were nicer than me. There's McGinnis with a tip away, and then Beekman's going to steal it away, and he's going to step on the sidelines as he tripped Bennett Freitag. Checking in, Jason Klitz checking in, replacing Reed Freitag. 39-36. Rockets with the lead. Klitz down low to, that's a charge. Yeah, I was going to say, you can't just let them lower their shoulder that blatantly. I mean, I'm okay with some contact, but that's Triplett's second.
Yeah, I think he got a little frustrated on that last trip down the floor where he probably felt there was a little contact and missed a shot. I mean, like I say, he'll get better, he'll get stronger, but.
There's been a lot of contact. He's not wrong, but you can't be that blatantly obvious about it. 3, Brock Beekman, and we're tied at 39. Now pass down to Norton. Oh, nice look into Triplett, and his shot's good.
With a slap at the end. Did you hear that slap?
Yeah, I saw him clap his hands or something, and then.
We're like this, but I heard the slap clear up here.
Did he get slapped, did he?
Yeah.
And Beekman with another 3, and BPC takes a lead. Beekman's feeling it now. Bennett Freitag to Norton. Norton left elbow jumper, hard off the glass, no good. Bennett Freitag with the rebound. Holy smokes. I mean, he kind of threw that up. I mean, he was a little out of control, but, man, it looked like he got hammered down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I understand the frustration, but I think that both teams could be frustrated. Dalton Huffman shot off, no good. Triplett with the rebound. Triplett looks like he should be the best basketball player on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Build-wise and size-wise and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's definitely got that nice length to him.
Oh,
build.
Lane Huffman just hammered him. McGinnis comes after Beekman, and Beekman just – Coach, what are we going to call here? Just a jump ball. Possession of BPC. Reed Freitag checking back in. Vuwa checking back in as well. Am I saying that right?
I think so.
Well, this is 5:54 remaining. It's 42-41 Bushnell, and this could get ugly by the end of this thing if it keeps going. If the aggression continues to increase as the minutes dwindle down, this could get ugly by the end of this basketball game.
It's going to end up, people will get the whole seat, but they're only going to need the edge by the time we might be done with this one.
That's right. Yeah, it's almost there now. This will help a little bit, slowing things down a little bit and forcing a half-court offense ran. 3 on the way by Palm is long. Pierce with the rebound. He'll put it back up. Count it! And a foul for the freshman Tanner Pierce. Reed Freitag picks up the foul, his first, team's third. Tanner Pierce gets his first points of the night and a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play.
There again, offensive rebounds. You got to block out when the shot goes up. And That time nobody from Rushville blocked out.
That
Ends up
one.
a three-point play.
It was. Finishes the three-point play, does the freshman. Bennett Freitag's going to, Reed. Thank God, goodness, Reed can jump, huh? Klitz for three. It's a bank shot. No good. Pierce with the rebound. BPC a chance to build on their largest lead of the game, 45-41, with 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Pierce with it down to Huffman. Huffman back out to Lane Huffman. And Lane Huffman backs it out per the request of Coach Martin. Right side to Huffman now of the Lane variety. 4:42 remaining. Brock Beekman with it. Left side to Palm. I don't know that I want to waste this much time. I think that you're in a flow. You kind of want to keep it going, don't you? Lip Triplet fell into the Spartan bench. There's been I tell you what, that big tomahawk chop that Kelly Sears and I have talked about a few times, always drawing a foul, is not drawing a foul tonight.
No, Triplets definitely had some major swatting going on there, and he's got away with it.
And, I mean, he does get ball. Seeing right there, and Huffman gets the finish. He doesn't get ball, so it's like that time he didn't get ball, but he got a whole bunch of arm. I mean, Huffman's arm went backwards, but they're just not calling it. And a double dribble by McGinnis. Huffman's up to 18. And this will be the CB timeout. This game being brought to you by Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. And Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope. It's just east of the North Elementary School. It's open April through October, so yes, they're currently closed right now, but when they're open, they have the best fresh produce in the area. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for updates. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. And Hensley Grain in rural Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell Prairie City School District, and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy this finally nearly normal basketball campaign. That's not exactly how it goes. I kind of ad-libbed that at the end.
Oh, that's okay. That's why you make the big money.
Yes, that's exactly
Both
it.
double R's.
Yeah. You're all over it, buddy.
I always tell people, it's like, I said, I'm just here to make friends.
It's a good thing I make friends because I don't make no money.
Yeah, but what else would we do with our time, though?
I know. I keep finding more and more things to do, it seems like. But they all kind of lead off the same thing. Bennett Freitag out harassing Caden Palm a little bit. And for the first time, the Rockets are in a man-to-man. And their 1-2-2 was harassing enough. Dalton Huffman now to Caden Palm. Back up to Tanner Pierce. Brock Beekman. 3:20. Pierce comes out to get it. And a timeout charge to BPC. They'll have 2 timeouts remaining. 3:17 to go. It's 47-41. And, you know, in years past, Shelby, we've seen a lot of these BPC Rushville-Industry games. Now, most of the time in the years past, we've focused on the varsity-only version of it, but these games have a history of being very physical between these two teams. This physicality is not a surprise with these two teams playing each other, is it?
Absolutely true. Yes, it. I always made the joke at, and of course, still, early in December, sometimes you wonder if some of these, kids that play football are still trying to work some of the football out, even though they've had a couple weeks of practice and a couple of games or whatever. But it's no shock to see these two teams play physical. None at all.
We've seen some games in years past. A lot of times in years past, Rushville-Industry was always the first game right after the Spartan Tip-Off Classic for BPC. And sometimes I think Rushville never used to be in a preseason tournament, if I remember right, did they? I mean, like there's a few years there after Industry quit their tournament.
Yeah, I don't believe so. But they've been down at Beardstown in recent years. Played some pretty good teams down there, and
yeah, they played some really. They're 1-5, but they've played some good basketball teams, haven't they?
Yeah, they West Central is supposed to be pretty good, and it's what I always like to call the Southern West Central, which is Bluffs and Winchester Co-op, and Brown County's pretty good. Grigsville Perry is much improved. They got a 4-year starter at point guard.
Dalton Huffman shots off no good. Triplett with the rebound. 2:40 to go. And again, they're going to get out, but BPC down the floor a little better that time. Reed Freitag with it. McGinnis to Bennett Freitag. And you can have your hands up, but you got to hold your position. If you bounce with him, you're fouling him. Bennett Freitag is going to be at the free throw line to shoot 2. He is 9 for 9. He's got to miss one sometime, doesn't he? And there it is.
Jinx.
Okay. I said that after his third or fourth one. I said I probably jinxed him, so I don't think my jinx has anything to do with it. Nate Kramer checks back in.
Yeah, it's still early in the season.
Yeah.
We're just into December, so it's all right. You got time to work on your jinx.
Second one is good. So he is 10 for 11 from the free throw line. BPC was on a 12-2 run before that. 2:25 remaining. I would say that you want a foul, but see that's definitely a foul. And there they finally call one on Reed Freitag. They've got a lot of them to give before they even have a chance to get the ball back.
Yeah, they still got 2 to give, so you got.
You can't. Oh.
With a little assistance.
Yeah, over and back, which technically is true, but McGinnis gave him all the help he needed to get there. Tipped away. Now Huffman tips it away again. And you can see a little bit of Lane Huffman's football mentality coming out here, I think. Beekman's going to take a seat. Kleindense is in. Reed Freitag with it. 2:05 remaining. Bennett Freitag. Freitag's going to shoot 2 more here. Kramer's third. Team foul number 5 for the Spartans.
Okay, so how long is this last 2 minutes and 1 second going to last?
Way longer than we want it to, is going to be my guess. First one is good. You don't have a curfew tonight, do you?
No, I don't think.
Because we
if nothing else, I'll take the back roads going home.
Both of them good.
I'm more worried about Fulton County having all the roads rolled up by the time I get back there.
Brady Downs and Triplett in for as Bennett Freitag going to take a seat here, maybe to save a foul, but he's not in foul trouble. He's got no fouls. So why do you pick your ball up there? Foul's going to be on number 44, Brady Downs.
I've seen that a lot, even at the varsity level, where players will be 40 feet from the basket and then they pick up the dribble. It's like, okay, now what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to have court awareness. You got to have smarts as to what's going on.
Holy smokes! That was a big block by Triplett, though. Now McGinnis is going to pick up the foul. So BPC will be in the bonus the rest of the way now. 1:44 left. Sorry about that, Shep.
No, you're good, man.
Into Kleindense to Kramer. There's no reason to shoot if you're BPC here. Just keep it, well, unless you get a layup, which he could have really taken. 1:30, and Downs is going to pick up his third foul. Team foul number 7.
I think, needless to say, I think the Spartans are going to have to make some free throws if we want to try to close this one out.
Yep. Which has not been a strong suit for the varsity team.
Yeah. And if you're the Rockets, you need to block out. You got to rebound here. You can't give up any second chance opportunities.
Free throw is no good. Huffman with the rebound and the putback. And see, that's what you did not do. You should have pulled that out. McGinnis is going to have it stolen away by Palm. He's going to give it to Kramer.
That was a nice move by Huffman, though, on the offensive rebound.
Yes, it was.
Did a little spin move and was able to get the ball.
Reed Freitag picks up the foul. His second. Oh, third. I missed one on him, I guess. Sorry. Bennett Freitag checking back in. Caden Palm shooting the one in bonus now. Yeah, it was a nice move to get the rebound, but that's where a varsity player steps out, right? Free throw is good. He'll get the bonus.
Well, no. I mean, he had it right underneath the basket. I mean, I don't blame him for putting up the shot. I think he had a chance to get it, convert that shot.
Second one is good as well. Maybe less hesitation then. Freitag to Bennett Freitag to Klitz to Bennett Freitag, and he's going to be fouled on the floor by Kramer. That'll be his fourth. Team sixth. So that means the Rockets will be in a bonus the rest of the way. Tanner Pierce checks back in, replacing Kramer. Freitag of the Reed variety to inbound. He gets it into Bennett. Bennett shots up and in. And now McGinnis is going to pick up a foul. His third. Team ninth. So BPC will be in a double bonus after this, but they're only up by 3. They really need one of these, don't they, Show?
Yeah, they do. I mean, you got to try to make it a 2-possession game.
And he missed. Triplett with the rebound and then a push off.
A lot of dangerous passes by the Rockets there.
Bennett for 3. Off, no good. Palm with the rebound. And they should have fouled him right then. Timeout BPC.
Coach Martin pretty smart there to get the timeout and get everything set. What he wants to do here, getting ready for this last 40.7 seconds.
It's been a little faster than I had honestly anticipated this being. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be a little slower 2 minutes, but you can't see on camera, but the two officials are talking. The more experienced official, the guy, is talking to the lady that's officiating. She's officiated the fresh soft game the other night too, but having some communication there, and that's good to see. I can't remember his name, but I've seen him officiate quite a bit. And she's new, I think, at least at the high school level, so it's cool to see him talking and communicating, knowing what's going on and what they need to do.
Right, exactly. And I mean, it's just like, players have a learning curve. Obviously, officials have a learning curve. So, they need experience like this, to give them an opportunity to, work these situations and grow and learn from them.
Bennett Freitag knocks it back out of bounds. Back to Huffman it goes again. He'll get it into Cade Palm this time. And he's going to be fouled by Klitz. It'll be his first unofficially. Caden Palm, who made 2 free throws earlier, is shooting a double bonus.
Nice looking shot there. See, there again, didn't get the offensive, not blocking out, getting the offensive rebound. It was a great hustle there.
Freitag's going to get another foul, his fourth. Palm's going to shoot 2 more. I think I might have screwed the points up here a little bit, but we'll see. That one's off, no good. He made 3 in a row. Now he's missed 2 in a row. second one coming here. 31.1 seconds left, and he missed them both. Bennett Freitag gets the rebound. It's a two-possession game, though. And then Bennett Freitag's going to pick up the foul. His first or second. I missed one of his, too, I guess. Palm's going to walk down the other way and shoot 2 free throws again, I think. So he's made 3, missed 3. So that means he ought to make one of these next 2, right?
Yeah, if you go by the law of averages. There you go.
Now the question is he a 3-on, 3-off guy, or now is it? What do you think?
Make.
Miss. 5-point game, 18 seconds left.
Holy cow.
Huffman barely got a finger on it. Well, that was the kind of take out a band member down there with that pass, couldn't you?
I was going to say, I thought maybe it's probably a good thing for Rushville-Industry that he did get a hand on it. Otherwise, that would have been probably out of bounds and probably would have been a turnover.
Yeah. Sometimes you get lucky on a tip and sometimes you don't. 16.4 seconds remaining. 51-46. We'll take a short break before we end this one here. A Rushville timeout. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 51-46. BPC has had a much better second half and is leading here as we go with 14 seconds. Freitag with the shot. Triplett had it momentarily. Huffman has it now, and he's going to be fouled by Jason Klitz. Double bonus coming for Dalton Huffman. Dalton Huffman makes both of these. He'll be at 20 points again. He had 24 in the first game. Dalton Huffman has been the man for this JV team. And he's going to miss the first one. I jinxed him from getting 20. See if he can get 19 now. And he will. Three on the way by Klitz is good. And that's how the game will end. 52-49, the final. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and we'll have Coach Martin hopefully in just a couple minutes. And we'll talk to Shelby when we get back as well. We'll be right back.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. I'm looking through I was looking through these stats, and there's no way. There's no way. I had to go back and double check as the intro for BPC is starting now. See him coming down the floor. And a little intro on the nice scoreboard that BPC has now.
Always one of the premier gyms in West Central Illinois to watch a basketball game.
And there come the Spartans. Let you hear the fight song since we're here. Kind of has a ring to it, doesn't it, Shelby?
It does,
even if you didn't go here, it still has a ring to it.
You know, part of it was almost kind of sad, when they were with Avon, and stuff, because they kind of had to change that up. It wasn't quite the same,
Yeah, you're exactly right.
For a long time, I was used to the BUSHNELPRAIRE, it's like spelling bee, exactly. So, all right, well, here comes the man, the myth, the legend. I'll let you talk to him, and then I'll be back later.
Okay, sounds good. We'll talk to you at halftime of the varsity game.
I'm just like the bad comedian, though. I'm going to do 2 shows tonight, not just one.
Hey, that's the best kind of comedian, buddy.
All right, thanks, man. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. We'll get Coach Martin under the headset here. See how to sit down here, Coach Martin. Go ahead and have a seat. We'll make it quick. I'm going to go through the stats real quick. 19 points for Dalton Huffman. If he shoots 50% from the free throw line, he's got 20, though. You can tell him I said that.
Yeah, we need to hit our free throws down the stretch.
Push that in a little closer for you. There you go. Right. You're good. He was 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 10 points for Caden Palm. He kind of came to life there in the third quarter. Brock Beekman had 3 trays for you tonight.
Those are big.
I did want to tell Lane and Brock, though, that I don't care what they say. I do not believe they meant to bank those first 2.
No, they didn't.
No, they did. Yeah,
the bank was open.
Yeah, the bank was open. You're right. The bank was open. I'll tell you what. That first half was not real pretty.
No.
But in years past, when Rushville-Industry and BPC's games got physical, Rushville-Industry came. It seemed like those Huffman kids just kind of like to get physical.
They're gritty, and it's contagious. When they start getting in guys' faces and they cause turnovers, everybody else feeds off that, and we start. That's what we're about. We got to get in people's faces to cause turnovers. It's the second game of the season for us, and I've been working on things in practice. I didn't know what I was going to get against the zone, and I thought the first half we struggled because we really haven't had a lot of time getting in zone sets. But I talked about it at halftime. I wanted to extend it out, make them come out and guard you, and then open up the lane for Dalton a little bit, and then he kicked out, and that's when we started hitting some shots on the kickouts rather than the swings.
Right. Yep. Now, the one thing I will say you might want to work on is transition defense.
Yeah.
Transition defense was not a strong suit tonight.
No, we haven't. See, when we practice, we kind of separate a little bit, and we hadn't got up and down a lot. So I've been going over to junior high, and I never knew that. We needed to work on that till tonight.
but you know now, don't you?
Yeah, I do know. My 2 point guards love attacking the ball, so they're always wanting to ball hawk. They're always wanting to steal. They're always wanting to get in the face.
And rebound, too. I mean,
yes,
Lane and Brock both love to get down and rebound.
So I'm going to have to break them of that a little bit. We can press a little bit, but those guys, the guards are a pressing type guards, but our forwards are a little slow, so I got to figure out a way to let them guys be them and then let our posts be them, too. So that's going to be a challenge.
It's a great balancing act, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fun to do.
Some of them are even killed, and some of them want to go.
Yeah, that's the way it is. You got to find the happy medium, the balance.
Yep.
Well, I won't keep you very long. I know you got a lot of stuff to do. You got to take on your other role now.
Yep.
I noticed that you have to sit on the bench with Coach Snyder.
Yeah.
But Coach Snyder doesn't have to sit on the bench with you.
Well, he usually does. He must have had something going on.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's hard.
He was the other night.
It's hard for me to set anywhere. So
I just wanted to give him a hard time since you were here. I know you probably find that hard to believe, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach. Congratulations on win number 2. You're 2-0. Let's hope some of that rolls over to the varsity
I hope
team.
So. I think they're ready tonight. I think it's going to be a different team tonight.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hold you to it.
All right.
Okay. Got the pep band playing in the background. We'll let you get out of here. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Coach Steve Martin talking to us for a few minutes. I'll run through the points, and then we'll take our break between games and come back on the other feed. As I said, 19 points for Dalton Huffman, 10 points for Caden Palm, 9 points for Brock Beekman, 6 points for Tanner Kleindentz, 5 points for Lane Huffman, unofficially, 2 points for Nate Kramer, 3 points for Tanner Pierce, who had a big offensive rebound put back and a foul where he got the old-fashioned three-point play. Game high 20 points for Bennett Freitag. He was 12 of 13 from the free throw line. 10 points for Reed Freitag, 8 points for Hunter Triplett, 8 points for Jordan McGinnis, 3 points for Jason Klitz. The Spartans were 8 of 16 from the free throw line, and the Rockets were 13 of 16 from the free throw line, including the 12 of 13. The 12 of 13 by Bennett Freitag. So the rest of the team was 1 for 3. BPC shot only two free throws through the first 3 quarters, and then shot 14 in the fourth quarter. So that'll end up here from Bushnell Prairie City High School for the JV contest. We'll take a break. We'll be back on our other feed, our other stream in just a few minutes. 52-49, BPC gets a come-from-behind win over the Rushville-Industry Rockets in JV action. BPC improves to 2-0. Rushville-Industry falls to 2-1. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Go back to our page, subscribe it, like it, Hewlett Public Pro LLC YouTube channel, and join us for the varsity game in just a few minutes.